This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that far. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Next. We keeping the foot on the whoop. Next. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts its pipes. Let's talk about it, man. I'm about to say something right now that's going to offend the fuck out of motherfuckers. But I don't give a fuck. When does Hino's Sport ever give a fuck about offending motherfuckers when it comes to shit like this? You guys have to understand. If you are a chihuahua walking behind a damn fence, if you're a Terence Crawford fanboy man crush, if you are what we call a Budman fan, if you are what we call a Terence Crawford butthard, so at its truest and its most properest levels, we have to tell ourselves this in its most underlying undercurrent in cutthroat truth teller fashion. What is that? What is it as simple as? It's as simple as this, y'all. Terence Crawford is a beta by nature. If you are Terence Crawford fanboy man crush, I got news for you, man. Sorry, but newsflash, you gotta kill that fucking beta. The reason why I say you gotta kill the beta off of you is because those that root for Terence Crawford are betas by nature. What is the characteristics of baiting? That's right, it's called baiting. The characteristics of baiting is this. It's called trolling and fucking hating. It's the name betaing. Because you got trolling that's associated with it. Trolling is when you don't bring nothing of substantive value, nothing of substantive argument, nothing of substantive quantity or quality, which really ideally is what you should shoot for in the comment section. All you do is say, oh, he knows the sport. You got a big head. He knows the sport. That's some shit that women do, man, to try to throw you off kilter, dog. As a man, you're supposed to be cool, calm, and collected. It's not supposed to be your job to try to throw motherfuckers off kilter. He knows the sport is so confident and so sure in who he is as a man that when these men child do shit like this, he just laughs at them. He's like, damn, I see what Jay-Z was talking about, though. 99% of these motherfuckers are in delusion. Only 1% of these motherfuckers are talking real. See, he knows the sport's truth-telling fashion is so cold-hearted, it's so unadulterated, and it's so cutthroat truth-telling fashion. It makes even the greatest of us challenge themselves. Because he knows the sport done told you guys, man, it's like Bane, dog. I was born in it. I was molded by it. And I didn't even see the light until it became a blinding unto me, dog. I'm always under the gun of pressure. So anybody that's dealing with He Knows the Sports aura, anyone that has to deal with a He Knows the Sports cutthroat truth telling fashion video, you're going to be under fucking pressure. And it's going to test who you are as a man. If you're a fucking alpha and if you're a fucking beta. See, when I drop these late videos of Javante Tank Davis, it really showed delineation, it really showed distinction, it really showed golf, and it really showed separation. When I drop these videos about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, it really showed delineation, it really showed golf, it really showed separation, it really showed division. Same shit with Jamal Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. It's showing delineation, distinction, golf, and separation. And when I sit here and talk about how these guys are alphas through Floyd Money Mayweather as opposed to Manny Pacquiao, it shows delineation, distinction, golf, and separation. Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev, it shows delineation, golf, separation, though, and division. Andre Ward is a happily married man. He has a beautiful black queen. He doesn't need to sit there like Sergey Kovalev and do the most beta shit and put his hands on a woman. When you are a woman beater, you're a fucking beta. That means that you don't know how to have your woman in check through your wordplay. So you got to have her do check in the worst way that you possibly can by putting hands on her. We don't condone that bullshit and fuck shit over here. This is what He Knows the Sport's trying to tell you guys. There's a delineation, there's a distinction, there's a golf, and there's a separation between alphas and betas. Betas always got hating and trolling on their brain. They can't help it. I just dropped a video right now. I mean, He Knows the Sport gotta be the ultimate swag dude, dog. You gotta have the ultimate confidence in the world. Fight hype. Even Fight Hype trying to keep up pace, dog. And He Knows the Sport has all of the bravado and all of the ability to say that because I'm so sure of who I am as a man. I'm the first one to talk about this Gervonta Tank Davis and this Rougarou shit. So everybody that's talking about it is following suit behind what I've already said. And it's okay. There's a lot of times that he knows the sport is ahead of the wave, ahead of the curve, and ahead of the damn situation. There's times that he knows the sport is on it. I'm never behind it. I'm either ahead of it or I'm on that shit. And in this instance, I was ahead of the curve, ahead of the wave, and ahead of the damn situation. So it only makes sense that real recognizes real. And Fight Hype is one of those motherfuckers I like. I saw the other day, Fight Hype had this fine ass Puerto Rican. I don't know if she do UFC or whatever. Fine ass motherfucker, dog. And you should see in the beta section comments, dog. All these fucking betas coming after Fight Hype saying, yo, man, I didn't come here to watch this shit. Then why the fuck did you click on it, motherfucker? You know your beta ass clicked on that shit so that you could see the motherfucker's ass. And everybody ain't fucking beta looking at the shit. I'm a fucking alpha and I looked at the shit and I said, damn, the shit look good. But I appreciated what he did because I understood the bigger picture. He was plugging somebody. She's an athlete, man. And if she has her OnlyFans page for these beta male simps that wants to purchase the shit, then so fucking be it. She's killing two birds with one stone. But the fact that these guys had to have the beta mindset, the beta male tendency to fix their rabbit ass beta mouths to say, well, I didn't come here to... But why the fuck did you watch this shit? Why did you click on this shit? It's like he knows the sport. I do a video. Oh, yeah, you didn't change your fucking beat, man. It's old. That's what betas fucking do. Are you even here to watch the video and watch the substantive shit that's in the fucking video? Are you here to even understand? You know why betas do that? Because they don't want to face the truth. Hino Sport told you guys Gervonta Tank Davis is the premier Mighty Mouse, man. Didn't Hino Sport tell you guys this shit? That's bringing you that what? That heat and that fart. And keeping the foot on the what? On the eggs. And keeping the foot on the what? On the eggs. And like the Tibetan master that he is, he's applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? He bursts his pipes. Hino Sport Ben told you motherfuckers this shit. He told you Rudy, Poo, and Plum. You classic Dolce Troglodytes. You ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric that Gervonta Tank Davis is that premier dude, man. Now you see the super duper high job variation. He's keeping Gervonta Tank Davis' name in his mouth. You got supposedly all the belts. You got supposedly all the prize. See, I done told you guys, man, it don't got nothing to do with that. It's about who's the box office, who's the cash cow. This is what Floyd was trying to teach the super duper hype job variation. This is why Hino Sport says him and his dad are doing hustling for fucking dummies. Let me say it again. They're doing hustling for fucking dummies because they don't understand the hustle game. Gervonta Tank Davis is learning the hustle game from the master hustler in Floyd Money Mayweather. You don't get no better than that. Hino Sport is a hustler, though. It's like Jay-Z said, I'm a hustler, baby. I can sell water to a fucking well. When Jay-Z said that, that was one of the hardest bars. One of the hardest bars on top of bars on top of bars, because what he was speaking to is the fact that he has the gift of fucking gab on a out of this world level, on a Pluto level. Well, that's the same with Hino Sport. When you have the ultimate bravado, the ultimate confidence, the ultimate swag, and the ultimate belief system in yourself, why do you think I gravitate to a Floyd Money Mayweather? Alphas will always gravitate to alphas. Oh, alphas will always lean on alpha shoulders, because the Bible says iron sharpeneth iron. So that the countenance of a man is sharpened via the iron, dog. You gotta sharpen the other person's iron, man. Alphas gotta do this with one another because we're a small remnant. We're a fraternity. And see, Hino Sport videos challenge motherfuckers. If you're a beta, you're gonna be a fucking beta. If you're an alpha, you're gonna be an alpha. So now people are like, but there, you was talking about Terence Crawford. It's all rolling right back to him. Because you know we could talk about so many different topics and interweave it back to where it belongs. Those that are Terence Crawford fanboy man crushes are betas. Your manhood is being challenged right now. If you root for Terence Crawford, even if you root for him for an ounce, I'm sorry to tell you, man, newsflash, you're a fucking beta male. Because only alpha males root for Errol the Truth Spence through and through, line upon line and precept upon precept. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat telefashion. So when it's all said and done, you got to ask yourselves these underlying questions. You have to ask yourselves these underlying currents. Am I a alpha male or am I a beta male? And if you are tweetering If you even say in your brain that Terence Crawford is what you think that he is, you think that Terence Crawford is great, you think that Terence Crawford brings anything to the table, you're a fucking beta male. Because alpha males challenge Terence Crawford. Alpha males say that Terence Crawford is nothing but a chihuahua walking behind a damn fence. Alpha males say that Terence Crawford ducked Errol the True Spence. Because when you get given gracious 40%, do you understand how much money that is? That Terence Crawford left on the fucking table? That means he don't want no free smoke. That means he's ducking Errol the True Spence. Absence saying this out of your mouth. Absence challenging Terence Crawford, calling him a great champion when he hasn't proven shit but get exposed left and right by Mean, Bajeen, Bagoo, Bageen, Machine. Ever since that fight happened, it showed the fucking pure beta supreme that Terence Crawford always been in the boxing ring. And if you don't say these things, and if you're not challenging Terence Crawford, but you're co-signing him, and you're saying that Errol the True Spence is ducking him, then you're a fucking beta. And you wonder why you get done up by fucking chicks. You wonder why you ain't got no fucking purpose in your life. You wonder why you insecure and miserable as you know what. And you wonder why you're just a mediocre fucking individual like the chihuahua walking behind a damn fence. I keep the foot on the what? On the X. I keep the foot on the what? On the X. Listen, man, when it's all said and done, it's really fucking simple. If you root for Terence Crawford in any stretch of the imagination, in any aspect, any basically what we would say shred of ounce of a grain of a mustard seed, then you're a fucking pure fucking beta supreme. But if you root for Errol the True Spence, through and through, line upon line and precept upon precept, and we ain't talking about that ravening wolves being a fake as fuck Errol the True Spence fan, but really intermingling and masking yourself in sheep's clothing as really a butt fucking man fan. We ain't talking about that bullshit and fuck shit. We're talking about motherfuckers that rock with Errol the True Spence. Understand that Errol the True Spence is everything that he is advertised to be. Then you're a fucking alpha. See, now it's about basically drawing a line in the sand and separating what is what it is and what is what it isn't. Again, recap. If you root for Terence Crawford, you talk about Terence Crawford in any good light, you're a fucking beta. And you need to kill that fucking beta out your ass. But if you talk about Errol the True Spence line upon line and precept upon precept, through and through, then you are alpha. See, this is what we got to get to, man. It's the separation, the division, the gulf, and the delineation between alpha males and fucking beta males. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat true telepath. I keep the foot on the what? The X. I keep the foot on the what? The X. This is Hino Sport. Check it out.